welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be getting into this hair and makeup. I hope you guys enjoy. It's definitely very 90s inspired. As you know, per usual, I was on Pinterest the other day and I was admiring all of the gorgeous, 90s supermodels, in their prime. The makeup and the hair is always giving back then, and it's always, a source of inspiration for me. So I decided to do like a 90s inspired look. I hope you guys enjoy. Definitely let me know what you think of the look down below in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that little notification bell. That way you get notified anytime that I make a new upload. Of course, I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the hair because that's how I do. I always do the hair first and then I do makeup afterward. So the hair that I'm gonna be using today is from Premium Lace Wigs. A shout out to them for sponsoring today's video. This hair is super, super cute. I've been loving these highlighted wigs. They're perfect for the summertime. It's just a nice little change from just like an, natural black wig. I already have my hair pulled back and my wig cap on. I'm just gonna start off by slicking down my edges using some hair gel from ORS. This is their olive oil hair gel. You can actually use this hair gel as like a lace adhesive, but I'm just going to use it to slick back these edges. So I'm going to start there and then I'll go ahead and move into installing the wig. The lace adhesive that I'm using is of course from Ebin. It's their Extreme Hold lace adhesive. If you know, you know. This is my favorite lace adhesive. I use it on almost every single install. It's just like my go-to. It washes off super easily with water. And if you know me, you also know that I like to take off my wigs at night. I don't like to sleep in my wigs, I need to be able to scratch my scalp when I'm sleeping. So, the fact that it washes off super easily with water is definitely a plus. So I'm gonna go ahead and install this unit. I'll make sure to put all of the information for this hair down below in the description box. So if you have any questions, just make sure to check there. Okay, we are good to go. The wig is laid. I'm gonna cut off all of this extra lace. Try not to be like me and let go of your hairband. I literally like slapped myself in the face with this elastic band and it kind of hurt. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put that on and tie it up in the back to kind of like really melt this lace into the skin. While that's melting down, I'm just gonna go in with my hot comb and get my part together. I'm just doing like a typical like side part. This is like my go-to, style anytime that I'm not really sure what I want to do with my hair. I just do like a nice deep side part. That's like my go-to hairstyle. But yeah, so I'm gonna go with my hot comb, just make sure to get this part nice and flat, and then I'll go into styling up these edges. I totally forgot to press record while I was doing my edges. So by the time I was like, by the time I pressed record there, I was already like halfway done. But I did use my little teeny weeny flat iron that I got at the beauty supply store. I've been loving this little thing. It's been creating all of these cute little swoops for my edges and I love it. It's perfection. It's really, really hot though, so just be very careful. I definitely burned myself a couple of times. But yeah, it's definitely comes in handy if you're like me and you like a nice little swoop situation with your edges. It gets super close to like the root of the hair and you can create like those perfect little curls. And then to secure the hairs in place, I'm just gonna spritz a tiny, tiny little bit of hairspray and comb it through using the comb side of my edge brush. But yeah, I'm so glad that I picked up this flat iron because it's such a vibe. It's been making my edges look so much cuter and I'm so here for it. If you're looking for these little teeny flat irons, definitely check your local beauty supply store. I think I bought mine for like 20 bucks, which I think is a pretty good deal. Anyways, I'm gonna go in with my other flat iron. I didn't really feel like curling all of this hair, so I just kind of like focused on the ends. I also did a little bit of a trim as I went along. I cut a couple inches off, and I also added some layers as I was curling the hair. Usually I kind of like cut and curl at the same time because I can kind of see the layers better and like how everything is gonna lay. I always like to cut my layers this way because I can kind of see where to cut since the hair is already curled. But yeah, nothing too complicated for the styling, just some cute voluminous curls to show off these super flawless highlights. I'm gonna finish up this hair with some oil sheen from ORS. I actually bought this for nostalgic reasons, but it's been like, you know, a really nice like finishing touch to all of my hairstyles. It gives like the hair like this really pretty sheen, and I love it especially when I'm doing like these types of curls. I'm just gonna do a little spritz of that and then touch up my part using a little bit of concealer so it looks more natural and blends in with my skin tone. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this hair. Like I mentioned before, I'll leave all of the information for this wig down below in the description box, so if you have any questions, just make sure to check there. Thank you so much again to Premium Lace Wigs for sponsoring today's video. So now that we are all done with the hair, let's go ahead and move into this makeup look. First things first, we need to get some skincare going. I'm gonna start off using the Ordinary's hyaluronic acid. I've been loving this stuff. I use it every single day, morning and night. It definitely keeps my skin super hydrated, and I love using it before I go in with all of my other serums and moisturizers. Next up, I'm gonna go in with Verse Autosave Restoring Serum. I'm pretty sure that's not the right name for it. Oh yes, it's their Autosave Advanced Restoring Serum. That's what it's called. Don't have too many thoughts about it because I just literally started using it like maybe a week ago, but I'll definitely keep you guys updated. For the under eyes, I'm using Wishful's Lift and Contour Eye Serum. I love using this before I go in with like my makeup and my under eye concealer and all that other stuff. It definitely helps with like my puffiness, but it's also going to target like my dark circles in the long run. And then I'm going to finish off my skincare using the Peach and Lily Matcha Antioxidant Moisturizer. So for primer, I'm gonna use the One Size Beauty Secure the Blur Primer. You guys have probably seen this a few times in videos as of lately. I've been really loving this primer. It definitely like makes the skin super smooth. It looks flawless underneath foundation. So I'm gonna use that to prep the skin. And then for the under eyes, I've been loving this new product from Rem Beauty. Well, I don't know if it's new to the market, but it's definitely new to me. I just recently started using it. It's their Cooling Under Eye Blurring Balm. I'm just gonna do a small amount of that onto the under eyes and kind of tap it into that area, kind of like the One Size Beauty primer. It just smooths the skin underneath the eyes and creates like the perfect canvas for concealer and all of my under eye products. Then for foundation, I'm using one from Makeup Forever. This is their HD Skin Foundation. I'm using shade 3Y56. I'll make sure to put it down below in the description box as well. I'm all done with my NARS Soft Matte Foundation. You guys know how much I love that one. So I'm testing out other foundations to kind of, you know, be its little replacement. And I think this Makeup Forever one might just be the next candidate to, you know, to be in love with. It definitely has like a medium coverage to it, which I really, really like. It's not heavy on the skin, very lightweight, very skin-like. The shade range is amazing. So yeah, I think this one might be like my next foundation to fall in love with. So if you see it, you know, in the next few videos, definitely don't mind me. It's because I've found a new love and she's awesome. Then for concealer, I'm using my favorite right now. This one's from Benefits. It's their Boing Concealer, and I'm gonna apply that onto the under eyes, blend that real well using my sponge, and just make sure to bring it to the sides of the nose to snatch that nose up. And then to set my concealer, you guys already know I'm using my favorite setting powder from Chanel. This is their Natural Finish Loose Setting Powder in shade number 20. It's amazing, it's gorgeous, love this stuff. I'm just gonna apply that on top of all of the areas I applied that Benefit concealer, and just a tiny bit onto the forehead. The bronzer that I'm using is from M Cosmetics. This is their Corselet Sculpting Powder Bronzer. I'm gonna apply that onto the forehead, a little on the cheeks, as well as the nose. It's a little bit on the warmer side. Usually I like to go with bronzers that are slightly more cool tone than this one. So I'm just gonna make sure to go in with like a soft hand with this, because I don't want to look like too warm and stuff. That probably won't look right. But yeah, so just a little bit is perfect. So this bronzer is super pigmented as well, so you don't really need a whole lot anyway. Then to bake, I'm going to take a break from my Laura Mercier powder, and I'm going to use this one from Huda Beauty. This is their Easy Bake Loose Setting Powder in shade Banana Bread. It has a nice yellowy undertone to it, perfect for the under eyes. I'm going to use that to snatch the sides of the nose, and I'm also going to add a little bit to the bridge of the nose to bake that as well. Then for blush, I'm going in with my all-time favorite blush palette from BH Cosmetics. This is their Bellini blush palette, and I'm just gonna pop one of those shades onto the apples of the cheeks and just make sure to blend it really well into the bronzer. So after blush, I'm gonna take a break from the skin and move into the eyes. I did my brows off camera because for brows, it's kind of been like same, nothing's really changed. I've been using the same like products and the shape is the same and stuff, so I just went ahead and did that off camera. Hope you guys don't mind. And I also did one eye off camera. Pretty much all the shadows that I'm going to be using for this look are going to come from this palette from Be Perfect Cosmetics. This is the Carnival 4 palette done in collaboration with Stacey Marie. If you guys have not tried any of the Carnival palettes, I don't know what you're waiting for. They're awesome. Like, I literally recommend these palettes to everyone. This Carnival 4 palette is definitely like my favorite of the bunch because it's just like an array of neutral shades. There's warm tone neutrals, cool tone neutrals, khakis, olives, like it's perfect. So yeah, I'm gonna go in with a warm toned brown first on the crease, and then I'll soften that up using a cooler toned brown. I believe that was Lotta Latte that I use as my second shade to blend out the first shade. I focused those colors on the crease and the outer corner. Then to deepen up the look, I went in with a darker brown. This one is Chestnut, and I'm gonna apply that on to the crease and the outer corner as well, using a slightly smaller blending brush just to make sure I get like some extra precision. I feel like when it comes to the 90s, anytime I like study the eye makeup, the looks are usually definitely more on the neutral side, but they also have like a nice sculpted look to them. There's also usually like a smoky eyeliner involved, which I always love. So after I finish up with my shadows, I'm gonna go ahead and work on my liner. The liners, I actually used 2 and an eyeshadow to create like that smoky liner look. I use a dark brown liner from Melt Cosmetics, and I also use a little bit, just a tiny bit, of a black eyeliner from House Labs. And then to smoke everything out and soften those 2 liners up, I just went in with a little tiny bit of eyeshadow, that same dark brown eyeshadow that we use on the outer corner and the crease. And of course, I'm gonna bring all of those products on to the lower lash line to smoke that out as well. And to finish up this eye look, I'm gonna add my inner corner highlight. I just use the shade Dove from the same shadow palettes. This is like a nice cream, like off-white type of shade. So it looks perfect on the inner corner to keep that eye nice and bright looking. And I'm gonna add my mascara. This one is from Milk Cosmetics. It's their Kush Mascara. And finally, I'll go in with my lash. The lashes that I'm using are from Ebin. These are their Duchess lashes, and I believe they're in the style Iolite. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'll make sure to put it in the description box though, just in case I'm wrong. But they're super cute, really fluffy. They have a nice flare at the end, so it gives the eye like that really pretty lifted look. So that's pretty much it for the eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the skin. I'm gonna add my little nose highlights. I use the Huda Beauty Glow Obsessions palette. This is in the shade medium, and I just went in with one of the deeper highlighting shades from this palette and applied that onto the bridge of the nose and the tip of the nose. For the lips, of course, we're going in with nude. It's gonna be a nude lip. It's one of my favorite parts about the 90s. Like, there was a deep appreciation, I could tell, for a good nude lip back then. But yeah, so I'm gonna line the lips first using this liner from NYX Cosmetics. This is their Slide On Glide On lip liner in shade Urban Cafe. It's a really beautiful, like, warm toned brown. I'm gonna go in with a new lipstick from Rare Beauty. This is their matte lipstick in shade Creative. It's a really cute, like, peachy nude type of color. So adorable. I've been loving these new lipsticks from Rare Beauty. The formula is super comfortable and the shades are perfection. And then finally, to finish off this look, I'm gonna go in with my setting spray. This is Benefit's Super Setter Setting Spray. And that completes this 90s inspired glam. I hope you guys enjoyed today's look. Definitely let me know what you think down below in the comments. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you did like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I always appreciate all the support and kind words. You guys are amazing. Sending lots of love to everyone, and hopefully I will see you in the next one.